Well, welcome back. So I got these two bolts off. I ended up having to use an impact wrench and some 14s we're holding them on, and the brake caliper appears to be fine. It was in, and I got in and hit the brakes, and you can definitely see that now it's pushed further out than it was before. It was in all the way. The brake pads also appear to be fine to me. Hopefully that line don't rip. They haven't lost really any thickness. The rotor itself, I don't know if there's a way to get this to hold up, and I think what I'm gonna have to do is maybe take off this bracket and the rotor and see. The rotor definitely has some grooving on it. So I doubt that the brakes are really making contact with the top of it. And I did call to see how much a new rotor for this would be, but I do have to measure it. So what I think I need to do is let me get this bracket off, and we'll have a peek at the rotor off of it and see what that kind of looks like. All right, so that mounting plate came off with some 19s. Also had to use the impact wrench, and that should allow us to pull the rotor off here. And let's just have a peek, but I mean, it is grooved. But it's not, well, it's a little wonky. The rest of it looks pretty good. I mean, we had the axle off and replaced that, so, but we decide we may just throw another one on and some pads and see. Yeah, I am gonna, I don't know if it's my screen or the camera, but oh, there we go. I am going to get the rotor and pads. I think you can see here where it's got this rough edge, and that's kind of corresponds with how the brake rotor looks. It's got this really big groove here where it sinks in, and the brake pad's doing the same thing. Maybe that's why it's not wanting to grab quite right. And if we look at the other one seems all right. I may actually, they seem to have some meat on them, so let me give O'Reilly's a call and see what we can do. Welcome back. So we ended up with the Brake Best Select Premium, woo, which I believe was the same brand we used when we used the brake pads on the back from O'Reilly's. About 90 bucks, like I said. Had a $5 coupon, so that was nice. You can really see the difference. This one's got this big ridge. You can feel a dent in it, and so definitely needs to be replaced. And here's our new one, which seems pretty nice. So anyways, this shouldn't take very long. I'll try to get it on video. We're just going to slide this on here. We'll put the brake caliper bracket back on. I need to squeeze the brake caliper back in. We'll put the old brake pads back on it, and then put the caliper itself on. Once we bracket first, then brake caliper. Anyways, I should be able to get this all. It shouldn't be very hard. It only took about 10 minutes or something to get to this point to begin with, so it should be fairly quick. All right, I'll try to talk loud. So this should just slide on. I don't believe there's any particular way in which it slides on as far as where your placement is. Ooh. Looks fancy. Alright. And then the brake bracket, caliper bracket that holds it is next. And this should go. Oh. Get my brake caliper back out of my way. Tuck. So this should mount, if I get this right, should go right here over the top. And these were 17s, I believe. They're the bigger ones that I took off. And they screw in from the back, so they were pretty good when I got them off. They have a lock washer, but they were on their snug. Really hard to get off when I got them off. So let's see if we can get that one screwed in. We have a pretty nice day. It's been cloudy, but other than that, it's not been horribly bad. Let's see if I can get that other one started too. Let's see, I'm in the right spot. Let me see. Hoping I can put them. Impact wrench back on there. They were kind of hard to reach, but let's see if we can get them snug in. See this caliper, I think I had to leave hanging down the last time to get back here behind this. Oh, it went under the cord, and I have the wheel turned slightly, so I had more room. And it's still pretty snug. Too snug. Well, welcome back. I don't know where we're at on the saga of the right side brakes. So I ended up replacing the rotor, and then I went to put the brake pads on, and I had lost most of the hardware. Or it wasn't there either way. They went with the brake pads. So I went and I had brand new brake pads. They didn't come with any. Ended up ordering these online, and then they got shipped to the ranch store where we buy ranch stuff, which knew who I was and sent the package home with people that know me. Anyway, so I finally got the brake hardware. It's from Carlson. It's just the brake hardware. We're going to jack this back up, quickly take these brake calipers off, and then lube up the brake pads a little bit and put these on and see if they should fit. These went to a lot of models, got them on eBay. I don't remember how much it was. I want to say like $10. So anyways, Carlson, quality brake parts. All right, so yeah, it's a beautiful day in Montana, by the way. It's just been gorgeous all day today. Beautiful fall day. Anyways, here's what we're looking at. We have our new rotor on. We have our brake hardware, which is on here. And I'll just slide this off, and you can see our new brake pads. Kind of how the hardware is fitting up top on the inside. So everything should be lined up now. We can just slide this caliper back over, and then we have a 14 up here, and a 14 on the bottom. And I'm gonna put those on with an impact wrench, although I might run in and grab a regular wrench just to kind of give it a tightness there. So let me see here if we can get you back on the sand, and I'm gonna throw a couple bolts in, but it wasn't too hard, and I have another set for when I lose the hardware on the other side. But yeah. Joy and me have been working on the ranch all day. She is a little bit tired. I know she's inside. We're supposed to have dinner with Dave here at 6, so we'll be down at truck stop, Joy's favorite place. They give her bacon, lots of bacon. But yeah. Let's see here. Get this back on. Bolt's almost stripped now. A little bit more to it and we'll get it stripped out. Awesome. So let me throw the get a wrench. I'm gonna tighten those up and then we'll throw the tire back on. Well, that was the epic saga of the brake rotor, which ended up being brake rotor, the pads, and the hardware. All was really simple to do. I hope this video is helpful to someone, entertaining to others. Definitely, if you haven't yet, like, comment, let us know if it's helpful to you, or if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, and definitely, most definitely, thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it.